guys, what's going on? It's Jack here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I wanted to post it because I think it's something that's very, very important, and I think that it's something that surrounds and it sort of encapsulates, if that's the word, encapsulates? I don't know, but it is the foundation for me of anything to do with business, anything to do with success, you know, and whatever you determine as success in your life. And I think for a channel that, you know, where I speak a lot about business and where I speak a lot about sort of, you know, trying to improve yourself, trying to do things to better your life, a really big part of that conversation needs to be from motivation, needs to be from positivity. You know, we need to be in that discussion of, okay, if you're down on motivation, if you're down, you know, if you're being negative, it's going to affect the things that you do in your life. So really, I want this video to be about motivation as a whole, and really sort of how to get yourself out of a rut, how to get yourself, you know, back into a normal rhythm, how to get yourself really focused on what you want. Because I noticed this for myself, and it's probably the reason why I'm doing this video. As of the last couple of months, I've sort of noticed myself. That's why I took a step back. If you see from my prior videos, so I took a step back and I spent some time with family and friends, and I really just reevaluated what I wanted to do, and really just wrote down my goals. I've got on my whiteboard up there, just behind the camera here, things that I wrote down and things that are going to help me to reevaluate what I want to do and to really get myself set on a clear goal. So I'm actually going to go off those because I think it's not just valid for me, I think it's valid for you guys too. So this video is for any of you guys out there who are really struggling at the moment in terms of motivation, or really kind of lost and really feel like, you know, okay, you do the bare minimum and you just find it really, really hard to get that extra bit of motivation to go out there and do those extra things, whether it's start a business, whether it's to, you know, go out there and learn something new, it's whether it's to go and get fit, you know, start going to the gym or go and meet some new people or whatever it may be. I'm going to go through this list that I've got on my whiteboard here, and I'm going to sort of delve into it and tell you guys a bit about why I think it's going to help you, because these things have definitely helped me. Okay, so one of the things you need when it comes to sort of changing your life and turning it around is be around positive people. Now, what I mean by that is, okay, not these fake happy people that are like, yeah, sweet, you know, my life's great, all on Instagram and social media, and they're, you know, they always seem to be on top of the world, going to these great places and whatnot. What I mean is, okay, you need people in your life that are realistic in terms of, you know, in terms of positivity, because no one's going to be positive 100% of the time. But really take note of those people that when something bad happens to them, they don't turn it around on themselves and they think, well, why does this always happen to me? You'll probably know people that have that, you know, that you hang around or that you have in your life. You got to really try and limit time with those people that when something bad happens to them, they immediately go to, okay, why does this always happen to me? Why am I always, like, why do I always have bad luck? Why do I always this and that? Why me? It's always revolved, centered around them as to why something's bad. Take note of the people that you have around you. If you don't have anyone like this, try and find them. Try and get yourself around people that when something bad happens to them, they look at it from like an outsider's perspective, but they look at it and they think, okay, this has happened for a reason, or okay, something terrible or something bad has happened that I don't like in my life. Something bad has happened. How do we fix it? And okay, how do I make it so that it doesn't happen again? They sort of look at it not into the point where their life's just bad. They look at it and go, okay, there's a reason that this has happened, and there's a way that we can fix it, or there's something that we can do to make sure that it doesn't happen again. They always try, and you always got to make sure that you are around people that, like, sort of like the glass half full kind of people. And that might not seem like much, but for me especially, and for someone that likes to give people a lot of second chances, someone that always looks on the positive side of, you know, and someone that always tries to find the best in people as well. That's something that I've struggled with. It's something that I've needed to sort of be a bit more strict on. Is to, I don't cut those people out of my life completely, but I restrict the amount of time that I spend around those people, and I try and spend more time around people that are the glass half full kind of people. And it really, really helps. You'll notice that you have more positivity in your own mind, and in your own decisions, and you feel like you can do more. So that's the first point of that. Make sure that you hang around those more positive people. This isn't about this fake positivity and always positive kinds of things. What I'm talking about is these glass half full kind of people that don't make it seem like the world is against them. They always try and find solutions to their problems, and they always try and make their way out of things that they can. Now, another big one is to make sure you write down your goals clearly. Make sure you have written down goals. For me, it's on my whiteboard, or sometimes it's in my diary. I write down the goals. Make sure you write them down, even if it's in the notes on your phone. I like writing it down. I've tried notes on my phone. It's not really as impactful as when I write them down. When I write them down on my whiteboard, I wake up in the morning, or I'm doing stuff during the day, and I see it. I see it on my whiteboard. I've written it down. Once you're writing it down, you're actively thinking about it. But make sure you've got clear goals, whether that's, okay, I want to start an Amazon business. Okay, I want to start an eBay flipping business. Or, okay, I want to start my own company or my own business that helps people design their own websites, whatever it may be. Or, okay, I want to be a personal trainer, whatever it may be. Write it down, have clear goals. There's not much else to this point. Just make sure that you have clear, decisive goals. Doesn't matter if they're small or big. I usually try and have 1 or 2 big goals and then a few little ones that are going to help me get there. But just make sure that you write them down so that they're definitive. Another big one that I've put for me, and it's probably going to help you as well, is push out of your comfort zone. Now, this could be stuff that's little, like, okay, for instance, today as I filmed this video, just before, like half an hour ago, I was thinking to myself, maybe I can, maybe I don't go and get a haircut, because as you can notice, I've got a new haircut as well. Maybe I don't go and get a haircut. Maybe I can do it tomorrow. I don't really want to go out too much today. Maybe I shouldn't film a video today. Maybe I can sort of push it tomorrow, and I can do like a Friday video instead of a Thursday video. But then I thought to myself, okay, remember what I wrote down? Push out of your comfort zone. My comfort zone today would be, okay, I will just stay reserved. I'll just do the bare minimum. I won't do a video. I won't walk out and get a haircut. I won't walk out and go and talk to people, because that's something that I need to push myself to do all the time. So, okay, I thought to myself, instead of doing that, instead of doing the reserve thing today, why don't I push myself out of my comfort zone, go and talk to the barbers that are at the barber shop, get my haircut done. You'll feel better after a haircut. You'll feel better after you film a video and do some work. And then you can go and do the stuff that you wanted to do, okay? Maybe you can go and order something from Uber Eats to kind of congratulate yourself. Or maybe you can kind of, just go out and have a drink, or whatever you want to do. Go and hang out with someone. Just something that will reward you for that. But you need to push out of your comfort zone. If there's stuff that you know that you don't really want to do, even if it's, okay, for me, gym is very, very easy to do. Well, not very, very easy. Today I even struggled with that too. It's just one of those days. But I push myself to go to the gym. For some people, it can be really, really hard to push themselves to go to the gym, but they know afterwards it's going to make them feel better, and they know that it's going to be good for them. Push out of your comfort zone. Force it. Like, for me, I need to actively push out of my comfort zone nearly every day. Sometimes it's really, really easy. I'll just go out and do it. I have this sort of like mental high where I just go and do it. But so on days like this, days like today, especially for me, day like today, where I don't really want to, I don't feel like doing it, push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's like the reward, not just what you give yourself as a reward. I mean, internally, the reward is just amazing. It's tenfold, in regards to that feeling of not really wanting to do it. I can guarantee you'll feel so much better afterwards. The next one is going to be hard work. Make sure this is kind of ties into pushing into your comfort zone. For me, I'm not going to spend too much time on this topic. For me, when I work hard and push out of my comfort zone, like I said, it's very similar to the last topic. When I work hard, I feel so much better afterwards, because you can always, after you do the hard work, I like to get the hard stuff done out of the way first, because when you work hard, when I feel like I'm, working towards something, I'm doing something that's going to benefit me in the long run, it's going to make me feel so much better after I do the hard stuff. So just make sure you try and work as hard as you can, keep that discipline, and you feel so much better. It's just like the last point, just push yourself out of that comfort zone and try and work as hard as you can, and then afterwards, you can reward yourself. You can relax afterwards, but just make sure you get done what you need to do. Don't just, do the bare minimum and then relax. It's like, so I've tried. I can do everything. I've done everything that I've, that I can today. Just be a little bit hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself to the point where you cripple yourself. But just be a bit more stern on yourself and just think, maybe I can do more. Maybe I can do a little bit better, and then push yourself just further and further, inch by inch, and It's gonna make you feel so much better. All right, last one, and it's probably the most important in my opinion. Focus on what you love. What I mean by that is, think about, okay, if you're in a job that you don't like, think about, and I've been in this position myself, think to yourself, what is something that I'm going to want to do? Disregard money, because a lot of people say, oh, but you need to think about money, you know, it's what you need to live, which is true. Of course you need money. I'm not disregarding the fact that you need money, but if you do something that you love, you'll find a way to make money from it. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you find something that you love, it's not going to feel like, okay, you have to wake up at 8 a.m. every day and then go to the same place every day as somewhere that you just hate being at, you know, around people that you don't even like. You don't think of it like that. You think of, okay, disregard money. Money will follow. The money will always follow. If you work at it hard enough, the money will always follow. Think to yourself, what is something that I want to do? You know, basically, it doesn't even have to be for the rest of your life. You can always change what you do. You don't have to do one thing for the rest of your life. Just think, okay, right now, what is something that I will want to do, that I love, that I can do. You know, that I won't have as much trouble. You know, you don't have to work that retail job. You don't have to do that desk job that you think you're going to be stuck at. You can always change the path of your life. Majority of the time, there's so much more that you can change than what you think. So focus on things that you love. For me, I know that I love things like, okay, I love going to the gym. Obviously, I love my work. You know, it's why it makes it a lot easier for me to wake up in the morning and do this kind of stuff. Obviously, again, like I said, you have those days where you don't really want to do anything, but that's when you push yourself. But you know, overall, I love the work that I do. I love connecting with people. I love being able to teach people. I love seeing results from students, from followers, people who enjoy my content, people who get value out of my content. I love just basically the entirety of it. I love doing it. So the money follows, and I don't necessarily think about the money as much. Yes, of course, you need to make money. I'm not neglecting that, but the money follows, and what comes first is doing the things that I love. So I love my work. I love going to the gym. I even love stuff like watching anime. Some people might call me a weeb or a nerd or whatever. I don't even care. I love it. Love watching anime. I love gaming. I was brought up on gaming. So I make sure that I do what I need to do first. Make sure that I do what pays the bills. Make sure that I do the hard stuff first. But then I make sure I do the other stuff that I love. Hanging out with my family and friends as well. Just getting to know people, all that kind of stuff that I love. I'm 25 now, so I'm still super young, especially to some of the viewers out there. 25 might seem like super duper young, and it is super duper young. I think that 40 and 50 is still super young. So I have so much time, but I want to spend as much of it as I can doing the stuff that I love. So that's going to be the last point, guys. And just make sure that you go through this video again if you are really, really struggling with a lot of this stuff and really struggling to find motivation. Doing what I just listed, I've got all that stuff that I just listed on my whiteboard. Following that as closely as I can each day makes me so much happier. And if you write this stuff down and do it yourself, I can guarantee you guys, put stuff that you love first and just work hard, break out of that bubble, break out of that sort of norm, and start working hard doing stuff that you love. I can guarantee you are going to start being so much happier. You're going to feel more fulfilled, and that's going to in turn bring out your motivation. You're going to want to do more. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, but if you do have any questions, or if you did get value out of this, go ahead and leave this video a like. It's free, and it'll help out the channel as well, so I can do more videos like this. I love doing these videos for you guys. So hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourselves. I know this COVID stuff's still affecting everyone, so make sure you take care of yourselves. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. See you guys very, very soon.